what's going on, guys? All Time Stories here, bringing you guys another gameplay. This is on Nuketown. This is during the double XP weekend. I'm using the AN94 and I believe it go 18 to 13, so it's a fairly decent gameplay for you guys. Normally on the double XP weekends I got fairly high gameplays. Every double XP weekend I've got either an 80 plus or a 90 plus. That's how I got my highest score, was on one of these double XP weekends, but I sort of matched the high score on hijacked gameplay, but it wasn't in my theater because it was before I had my Elgato, so I couldn't record it for you guys. But my record is 93 kills in a game, so I was trying to beat that. One day I hope I get 100 plus, and if I do, I'll upload it for you guys. So yeah, I want to get into this commentary because I've already wasted a minute of talking. So basically what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is making the switch between PS3 to PS4 or Xbox 360 to Xbox One. So Sony released in Gamescon that PS4 will be released on November the 15th in North America, and in European countries and Australia it will be released on November the 29th. So the pricing range in Australia is $549, in America it is $399, and in Europe it is 349 euros. So it's a bit of an increase from the previous console, like the PS3. Probably just because of the economy nowadays and some of the add-on features that the company has put into the game. Console, sorry. So there's 15 titles that PS4 have released that will be available on the launch date of the console. I'll have them all in the description below for you guys to check out. Like I said, there's 15 of them, and at least 8 of them are really high selling titles. So I reckon Microsoft will put them up as well for the titles available on the launch date. For example, like Call of Duty Ghosts. So Microsoft haven't put a release date out yet for their console, but they said on all of their promotion posters and stuff like that it will be out in the month of November. So obviously it's going to be out sometime around the PS4, but we don't exactly know at this present date. Probably a few days after you guys have watched this video, or a few days after I've uploaded the video, they'll probably put a release date out. But if they do, I'll probably talk about it in another commentary, because I haven't been able to find one, like a release date on the net, obviously, because there hasn't been any leaks from Microsoft themselves. So I don't know if there might be a few of the titles that are in the PS4 category that might not be available on the Xbox, because Microsoft, for example, they have Halo and Sony doesn't, so there might be a few games that might not be available on the Xbox that are in the 15 titles that will be available on the PS3. But like I said, Microsoft will probably release those games that will be coming out on the launch date in like a later date. So basically all of the top selling games will be out within November to the end of the year, or just around Christmas time, I suppose. I don't think everyone will be jumping right into purchasing the Xbox One or PS4, because millions of people around the world have got either a PS3 or an Xbox 360, and both the companies, Microsoft and Sony, they'd have to keep paying the providers of the game titles to make more games for the older consoles like the Xbox 360 and the PS3, because when they release the PS4 and the Xbox One, not everyone's going to jump into buying it, and if they just stop making games like at the end of the year, they're going to lose so much sales, and it's going to do like dig them a really big hole. So I suppose they're going to have to keep releasing games maybe until mid next year for these for the existing consoles, but who knows, maybe they will like stop it and make us buy the new games, but I still think they're gonna leave it on. Apparently you can keep your accounts from your PS3 and transfer them to the PS4. I haven't heard anything about the Xbox One, but I know the PSN accounts are transferable. Infinity Ward also released that in Call of Duty Ghosts, say if you're playing on the PS3 and you've ranked up to whatever rank you are and got all these unlocks and that, if you decide to transfer to the PS4, you can still log in and have the exact same account and stats and all that, all your same classes and that, which is a pretty good feature, considering that technology was not around back in the days when they had the very first Xbox and the PS2s and ones and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. If you guys do make the switch, or you guys are thinking about making the switch, write down below in the comment section what you are on now and what you would be switching to, if you are. So hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll probably be posting later on this week. So yep, see you guys.